Hello and welcome to Daily Practice with me, Nikhil. And today, I invite you to settle in, perhaps closing your eyes if that feels comfortable and softening your gaze. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose and gently through the mouth. Feel the body settle. Feel yourself arriving, not just in this session, but in this moment of your life. And today I want to explore something fascinating. An idea from philosophy, actually, that in a way is about all of us, but really is about you, about me, about how we often live in rooms of our own making, rooms of knowing without being. So, today we are going to explore something known as something which is called Mary's Room. And this is not about Mary or anyone in particular, but it's a fascinating thought experiment. So I invite you to join me in this exploration of Mary's room. So, so let us just get stuck in. What is Mary's room? The story. So imagine Mary. Mary is a scientist, a brilliant one, and she spent her life studying color. She knows everything that is to know about color, its wavelength of light, how the human eye and brain processes it, even the emotional responses colors evoke. So she knows everything about color. But there is a catch. Mary has lived her whole life in a black and white house. She's only ever seen the world in this spectrum of black and white, so in shades of grey. And one day, Mary leaves her house. For the first time, she sees a red rose, and something happens. Despite all her knowledge, there's a rush of sensation, a vividness she's never felt. She's seeing color not as data, not as theory, but as a lived experience. So here's the question philosophers ask. Did Mary, who knows everything about color, learn something new about color? And Frank Jackson, the philosopher who imagined this experiment, says yes, Mary knew about color, but she didn't know what it's like to see the color. It's a different perspective, it is a different quality. It's almost as though it is something that matters. And this is important for us because we all may be living in some sort of room. Now let's bring this really close to ourselves. What if we are all living in our own versions of this Mary's room thought experiment? So think about it. We read all the books on happiness. We've listened to podcasts about growth. We follow experts on mindfulness, self-love, resilience. We do positive affirmations, listen to positive affirmations, seek out all the knowledge we want. We know about these things, sometimes in real incredible detail. We can explain them, even teach them. But in our quietest moments, do we feel them? Do we live them? So there's this difference between knowing that forgiveness is liberating and feeling your heart soften after years of holding on. There's a difference between understanding presence as a concept and actually tasting presence in the stillness of a morning. this difference between knowing and being is often where we get stuck. So, why do we stay in this room? Why is it so hard to step out? Because the room feels safe. It's comforting to surround ourselves with knowledge. In the room, we can stay in control. We can analyze life without risking the vulnerability of living in it. But transformation does not happen in books or theories. It happens when we dare to step out into uncertainty, into experience. And yes, that's uncomfortable. It means feeling things fully, joy and grief, love and loss. It means risking failure, embarrassment, even heartbreak. But it's also where color lives. It's also where life becomes vivid, real, awake. So, how do we step out? Not by abandoning knowledge, but by moving through it into practice, into presence, into embodiment. So, here are a few invitations. Pause the search for more information. At some point, more information, more reading is not what you need. What you need is to begin. Engage the body. True change lives in the nervous system. Mindful breathing, movement, and stillness aren't extras, they are the path. Let yourself feel. There is wisdom in your body and your emotions that no book can give you. Practice presence. When you're fully here, feeling the breath, hearing the sounds around you, you're already outside the room. You don't learn to swim by reading about water or the sea. You learn by getting in. So before we move into a meditation, consider these. What is your Mary's room? Where in your life do you mistake knowing for being? What would it like? What would it feel like? What would it feel like to step out? Not as an idea, but as a act of kindness to yourself. What's one small step you can begin today? So let's just take these ideas and put it into practice, into a guided meditation called Out of the Room into Life. Closing your eyes gently if you haven't already done so. Feel the body resting, supported. Notice the breath, soft, steady, effortless. Now imagine yourself standing in a room. It's familiar, safe. This room holds all your knowledge, books, notes, memories, beliefs. Take a moment to look around. Notice how much comfort it has brought you. And perhaps also its limitations. Now see a door. It's been there all along, waiting for you. Walk towards it slowly. Place your hands on the handle. Feel any sensations that arise: fear, excitement, hesitation. And when you're ready, open the door. Light pours in. You step out. Outside, the world is vivid. You see colors you've never imagined: deep reds, bright yellows, soft greens. You feel the sun on your face, the breeze on your skin. You hear the sounds of life: birds' laughter, the rustle of the trees. And you say to yourself gently, I am ready to live, not just know. I am ready to feel, not just think. I am ready to be free. Rest here, repeating these affirmations to yourself. I am ready to live, not just know. I am ready to feel, not just think. I'm ready to be free. Breathe in this aliveness. Allow your body and heart to remember this feeling of stepping out. And stay here for as long as you like. And when you're ready, gently return your attention to the space. Feel the ground beneath you. And take one more deep, nourishing breath. And gently opening your eyes. And as we come towards the close, remember, Mary's room isn't just a thought experiment. It's an invitation to step out of this conceptual world we live in into experiential, to fully live life courageously, vividly, joyfully. So you don't need to know everything, and you will never know everything. You just need to take a step, first step, second step, third step. And I thank you for taking the time out and practicing with me today on this daily practice. Appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts, please feel free to comment them. And if you like to see any other ideas, concepts we want to explore, please share it. Until then, until the next time, take it easy, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.